Hello everyone, Noctem0 here, and as you can tell from the title, pretty much going to be talking, about some Battle Royale-esque type stuff, and it's going to be about Metal Gear Survive. We all know Metal Gear Survive failed right out the gate. It's now in $20 bins at Walmart that I've seen. My friends have even been posting pictures about it. I have other friends who've bought the game. I haven't. Um, and in my honest opinion, I kind of wanted that game to work. I have a buddy of mine who has a Metal Gear fan page on Facebook that, like, when I first heard about it, I messaged it to him. He says, "Oh, just give the game a chance." I'm like, "But there's no Kojima, so what's the point?" And I mean, I then thought about it. I did play Metal Gear Acid on the PSP, so I did enjoy those Metal Gear games, despite the fact that Kojima really had no involvement with them, as far as I know. So I decided that I wanted to at least give Survive a chance, but I still wasn't going to drop money on it. I was going to wait and see how well it did, and it did exactly as I thought. It was going to crash and burn. Doesn't help that the market right now is about battle royale styles of games. I mean, having everybody playing a match, trying to survive, being the last one standing, that just seems to be the in thing right now. And Metal Gear Survive pretty much has a similar premise to what Fortnite started out with. If you look at Fortnite and if you look at Metal Gear Survive, they're basically the same kind of game. Where in Metal Gear Survive, I don't know, I guess build up a generator or whatever. I did play the beta. You build up a generator or whatever, you build fortifications around it, and you stop the zombies from destroying it. Fortnite is the same premise. Well, the main PvE portion of it. Because when it came out, I mean, I wanted the game for a while. I know that they announced it well back when what was it? Gears of War 2 or 3 was still a big deal back in the day. And Cliff Bleszinski announced it, and then we heard nothing on it for a while. And now that it's out, it really caught me by surprise. I didn't think it was ever going to come out. I did the Founders Pack. That I thought it was fun. I just didn't have enough friends to play it with. Now, a few of my friends eventually did get it, but again, like we played it for a bit, and it was somewhat repetitive. And I kept thinking to myself, "There's no way this game is gonna last if this is all it is." Um, PUBG, I think, has been out a little bit longer than Fortnite, and a game like that was pretty successful. And I'm pretty sure Epic just decided, let's turn our base building, protecting, tower defense game into that, and it's now the most successful of the two. From what I've seen, it's doing so much better. Now, why am I bringing up Metal Gear Survive? I honestly think that if Konami can get their heads way up out their asses, or whatever, how I meant to say that, they should just redo how they were doing that game and make it into a battle arena, battle royale style game. Now, I explained the concept to a few buddies of mine. First off, harking back to Metal Gear Online. Metal Gear Online, for those of you who are probably too young to know what that was like, and I'm not talking about 5's Online, because that was okay, but it just didn't feel the same that I remembered playing. But Metal Gear Online, Metal Gear Solid 4 specifically, and that to me was the definitive version of Online, was fun. Now, when it first came out, it was a mess. Metal Gear Online, God, was just such a... it was so glitchy, so laggy, the servers sucked, but they eventually got their shit together, and by the last couple of years, it was awesome, and I would like to think that Metal Gear Survive could actually make a good battle royale style game with similar kind of aesthetics as Metal Gear Online. Now, the reason why I'm thinking it would work perfectly is that in the older games you could actually grab your opponents, hold them up, stab them, or tase them to knock them out. My brother and I, we were always doing the non-lethal approach whenever we took out enemy players. He and I always covered corners, grab a guy, knock him out, or use stun weapons, knock him out, and then eventually kill them because you got double points that way. It was so fun. For a battle royale game, I think it would work. For one, I would like to CQC somebody. I mean, if it's the one thing I've noticed with all of these battle royale type games, there's really no huge emphasis on hand-to-hand combat. There's only just either the pickaxe in Fortnite or the machete or whatever, or your fists in PUBG. No real like grappling or of any kind. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, well, why would you want to grappling? I'm like, I keep thinking, well, let's see, if you have nothing on you, and we've all had that luck where we try to raid a house, and for a good portion of the match we're alive, but we're alive because we've been laying completely low because we don't have a proper weapon to defend ourselves. And I would think that in Metal Gear Survive, to do something like that, where you can hold somebody up, tase them, and of course kill them afterwards. That way you have a few free hits. And now I'm pretty sure everyone would say that's too cheap. Everyone would do it. I would think not, because they could also implement a gameplay style where, or a mechanic where you can counter somebody. I mean, they have CQC as a skill in Metal Gear Online, where if someone has CQC, you can CQC them right back or something like that. And then also Battlefield had it to where if you tried to knife somebody, that if you press the melee button at the same time, you could counter them and knife them right back. I actually thought that was really cool. So I feel like that they could add some small little elements of that. Of course, Metal Gear Survive, like I said, it feels like more like Fortnite. They could easily do something like that. I mean, and especially the fact that they're using Metal Gear Solid 5. I mean, they have huge maps in that game. And the way, I mean, honestly, stealth would be incredible in that game, especially with how well Snake can get around in the game. I feel like stealth would be the best aspect for a battle royale style game like that. I know it would be a hell of a lot more realistic than either of those games combined. There's still vehicle use in Metal Gear, so they can implement that as well. You don't need to use the vehicle, but it's kind of cool. Wouldn't it be awesome playing a battle royale game where you walk up and you're like, "Ooh, a mech," and then you decide to use those little mech things to mow down some enemies, but at the same time, you can easily be killed by just a couple of hits with a rocket launcher. So it's like, do you want to sacrifice your stealth to mow down a couple enemies only for you to get killed yourself? I mean, because you never know who's going to find what out in the world. And I'm pretty sure a Battle Royale style game for Metal Gear Survive would be the best way to go. They would redeem themselves, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a lot better than the next game that Cliff Bleszinski made, Radical Heights. I just saw that, and that's another reason why I'm doing this video. Radical Heights, I saw that, and I'm like, my God, that just looks awful. They're trying to make it into a Fortnite clone, and seeing it in the graphics are terrible. And all I can think is, like, you know what? I really want Metal Gear Survive to come in now and do a Battle Royale game. I mean, it's ripe for it. Right now, the way the industry is right now, Battle Royale games are the end thing. I'm not saying everybody do them, but, like, Metal Gear should capitalize on something that they can easily do. I mean, Konami needs to fix their mistake, and if they do it this way, it may be a cheap way to get back into our good graces, but at the same time, they can easily fix whatever problems that they have caused with Survive. And who knows, they might actually make Metal Gear a more respectable name than it is right now, because I like playing Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm just really sad to see Survive tarnish everything that Kojima has built. But that's the reason why I want Survive to actually go somewhere. I want it to be a legacy that lives on even without Kojima. I mean, how do I put it? I mean, okay, I guess a weird example. I mean, look at all the Disney movies that we got, and I'm not just saying Disney. I mean, look at the Marvel movies right now. I mean, everything all got built up because Disney started something that no one else believed in at the time. Look at Kojima. Kojima built up Metal Gear, and everyone thought the concept of running away from your enemies and staying stealthy was dumb, and he built up an amazing franchise that unfortunately Konami is now tarnishing. I just want to see them do something, and this is how I think they can do it. A Battle Royale style game, but with Metal Gear style gameplay. I know I can't be alone on this. So please let me know what you think in the comments below. Uh, Subscribe and let me know what other content you guys want to see. But please let me know what you think. Is this a good idea, or am I just talking out of my ass here? Take care.